Hey everybody, Eternal Work. Finally got my air wing trunk lid in. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install that. I'm going to run through this here. It doesn't seem to be that difficult, but there is some drilling. So if you're uncomfortable drilling through your trunk lid, then you might want to have somebody else install that for you. But instructions are pretty straightforward, nothing elaborate. You're going to need a 1/2 inch wrench or socket and a 7/16 inch wrench or socket. It's calling, once you drill some pilot holes, it's calling for like a 3-inch drill bit. To me, it looks like it's a little bit bigger, so I'm going to just go smaller, and then if the bolts don't fit through, I can always enlarge it, but it's better to go a little bit smaller and err on the side, caution, I guess you could say, because once the hole's there, it's not like we're going to fill it back in. What I did though is it says to put some masking tape on your thing, and what I did was, you can see it's like there's a number 1. I got 1 and these 2s. The 1 is a different size bolt, and it's because it allows for the light to go through the wiring, so it's a little bit larger. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drill that. I put the masking tape on, and like I said, I kind of over put on there, but it's always be cautious. There's some holes right here. It shows you in the trunk lid where you're supposed to drill. There's a little small button in the middle. That is where you're going to drill your pilot hole, and then go from there. So we're going to see how this works out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go make my drills, points, and we'll see what it looks like. Hey, got the pilot holes in. Everything seemed to work fairly well with the masking tape and everything like that. So now I'm just going to go ahead and enlarge the hole. I'm going to start out with the, I went with 5/16 and a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to go in with the 1/4 inch for the smaller bolts, and then I'm going to test them, and then well, hopefully that's all I got to do, so I ain't got to drill more than multiple times. Okay, I got the holes drilled. Got a little bit of crack in there. But what I'm getting ready to do now is what I did, and it doesn't call for this. I bought some of this, a gasket seal. I don't know if you can see that. But what I did was, because these little caps, hopefully you can get a good view of that, they are going to sit right here on this. So I just want them to like be more secure, that they're not going to go anywhere. So that way, if I ever take this apart, they'll stay on the the luggage rack, so I ain't gotta go tracking them down. And then once I get that on, again, you got the washers underneath and some more flat washers, plastic flat washers here, and metal washers that go up underneath when you go to set it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and install it, then I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay everybody, there we go, finished product. Looks good. About 30 minutes of work. I did go ahead, and the bolts, it says to torque them 60 to 80, but I kind of just tightened it down to the washers kind of smashed up. But I could tell you, if you're following the directions that I got, and it called for a 3/8 inch bit for the larger bolt, that's too big. That is too big. I used a what is it? I used the 5/16, and it fit in there so much nicer. I think if you go 3/8, it's going to be too big. So it took me probably about 35 minutes, if that, and that's just because I was messing around with the camera and stuff like that. So let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you like what I'm putting out, please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the road.